Hey everybody, wanted to come on and wish everyone a happy New Year's Eve. We have officially made it. We have finally made it through this long and treacherous and what has seemed like 10 years all wrapped in one. But 2020 has officially come to its last day. So I wanted to come on and just wish everybody a happy New Year. Um, Obviously with all that's gone on in the past year, it's a good time to not only look towards the future of what's to come and the excitement of what's to come in 2021, but also to reflect a little bit on what's we've gone through, what has happened in the last year. And it's a good time to sit down and remember and just reflect on everything that's happened. And so wanted to come on and talk a little bit about just what we've been through, right? It's been quite the year. In most cases, we'll have a year that's maybe once, maybe twice we'll have one of those events that's you have a where were you when type of an event. But I think this year we've probably had 10 or so. And so we've definitely um, you know had quite a bit going on, and much of it was tough for us. And um, which when you think back in March, how different our lives have changed even since March. And with the pandemic that's happened, and the hundreds of thousands of people that have unfortunately lost their lives, and the millions and millions more that's were jobless for a while, or are still jobless, or have to change their career paths, and how drastically their lives have changed. Obviously, we also went through the polarizing election cycle this year, and all that has gone on with the election, and just the changes that have happened there, and what we've gone through. It was probably one of the more polarizing elections that we've had to go through in our American history. If we think back to the summer, and all of the social unrest that we had to go through, as well as just being able to step outside, and feeling like we're safe, not only from the pandemic, but just from all of the unrest that was going on throughout our country. And and then you think back to just in this past year, the number of stars and legends, and just the people of our time that had such a huge impact on so many people's lives, that we unfortunately lost this year. When you look back to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or um, Chadwick Boseman, or John Lewis, Alex Trebek, many of the people that we see on TV, Sean Connery, all of those familiar faces that we got so used to seeing, and being a part of our daily lives. And there's the one that I still can't process. I don't think it doesn't seem like it's real, even though it happened way back in January. But I think back to it back in January, where I was at a basketball game in Philadelphia, watching the Sixers play the Lakers. 20,000 people were in the stadium. It seems like it was 10 years ago. But I got to watch LeBron pass Kobe on the all-time scoring list that night. The Sixers playing the Lakers. And when I think back to it now, with it being the very next day that I was driving home from that game, and getting calls and texts from people, and saying, did you hear about Kobe? Is this real? It was one of those moments that I'll was in my car, and I'll never forget the fact that that was the time that I found out that Kobe had passed away. And there's just so many different events like that this year that when you think back to it, all of the things that we've been through, it's been a tough year. But here we are. We've made it. We've gotten through, and so hopefully this brings some excitement to us all. The calendar changing always brings about new opportunity. The saying "New Year, New Me." That's certainly here, and hopefully there's the new year brings a new me for all of us, because I think we all need it, and we all deserve it, with what we've been through this past year. And so wanted to come on too, and see, obviously this is a big year for resolutions. It's a big year for goal setting. It's a big time for being able to see what changes you want to make for the new year. Obviously, I'm certainly not going to take for granted being able to go to a sporting event and sit in the same arena as 10, 20, 50,000 people, depending on what type of a event it is. That's something that you sort of take for granted when it's you're able to do it all the time, but once it's taken away from you, you don't realize how special of being able to do that really is. So 2021, I'm certainly looking forward to getting back into doing some semblance of that. I don't know that we'll be able to fully be back doing that, but I certainly hope we'll be a lot closer than we are right now. And obviously, the other thing I won't take for granted either is just being able to go out with friends and hang out and have fun outside of someone's house, and just being able to enjoy things with friends and family in a much larger scale, and being able to see everybody at once and do some fun things. So that's what I'm looking forward to most in 2021. Would love to hear what you guys have planned. If you have any resolutions that you're looking forward to, any goals that you're setting for yourself, whether they be personally, professionally, financially. Would love to hear about them, and we just look forward to seeing what's in store for all of you as well. But just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year. Everyone stay safe. Hope everyone is excited for what's to come starting tomorrow. And so from all of us at Cetera, I do wish you all a very safe, happy, and prosperous new year. Talk to you soon.